Yo guys, welcome to Urban Podcast. This is our first ever podcast. I'm Maverick Cash.
And I'm Jess, and we're your hosts.
Yeah, and today's podcast is going to be about...
Well, let's start off with what we're hoping it's going to be is a podcast about nutrition, fitness,
health.
And gym, and maybe some weeks just things we've learned in life and topics that we've found out that week. Like this week, we were gonna start a podcast on about like nutrition and longevity and which diet is the best one for you, and I'm sure we'll do that in the future, but we thought we'd start off by introducing ourselves and making this first podcast a bit about us and why our gym journey started.
Yeah.
And maybe at the end how you can start your own gym journey.
And if you've got any questions throughout this video, just leave them in the comments because we'll answer them in the next one.
Yeah, of course. So Marv, how old are you and how did your gym journey start and when?
So I'm 20 years old now. I turned 20 November 17th, 2003. And my gym journey started in high school. I started in high school in, I think it was year 8.
UK year 8, because
Yeah,
everyone's years are different.
So UK year 8, I don't really know how the American system for schooling
About when
works.
you was 14, 15.
Yeah, about 14, 15 years old. So I've been doing it for quite some time, but I did have to take a break through COVID. Through COVID, I stopped going to the gym, but I didn't stop training. I was doing ab workouts from home, like 20-minute ab workouts.
You're also going on runs.
Yeah, runs, weighted walks. So I was still being healthy. And then I stopped that and went into an Army Foundation college for a year where it was just basic training pretty much, and you do a lot of fitness, a lot of running, a lot of push-ups.
A lot of physical.
Yeah, with some weight training, and there was a gym there that I went to. But my gym journey really started when I left the Army. I was about 17...
When you went in, you came out when you were 18. Yeah.
So my gym journey really started when I was about 18 years old. How I got into the gym was I didn't really want to be skinny anymore. I had a six pack and I was
You was fit.
I was
for
fit,
your age.
yeah, but I was still quite skinny. I just wanted to add more muscle.
Go on, tell them who inspired your gym journey. Scrolling on TikTok one day, you tell the story.
Yeah, so I was sat at work one day and I was scrolling through TikTok and Alex Eubank actually popped up on my screen.
And for those who don't know who Alex Eubank is, he's a big TikTok gym influencer.
Yeah, YouTube, TikTok, whatever you want to call it. He does all the fitness stuff. But yeah, I actually got into the gym because of him. How did you get into the gym?
I got into the gym I'd say around the same time I met you. So we met in high school. We actually met at the gym, but we didn't know we went to the same school until after that, did we?
Yeah.
But we met at the gym.
4 years ago.
4 years ago, my gym journey started. I can't remember how old. 15, I think I was. And I started up because my brothers went to the gym. And my mum were like, oh, why did you start going to the gym with your brothers? And I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I will. And I went, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I didn't really know anything. I started my gym journey off as sticking to cardio machines, literally walking on the treadmill. I'm sure that's all you ever saw me do.
Well, I used to do weight training a lot, but I didn't train legs. I only trained upper body when I was young. I don't know why. I just didn't like
And
training
now.
legs.
He doesn't train legs now.
I train legs like I try to train it once a week, but it's been at least 3 weeks since I train legs at the moment. But that's because we had been on holiday. We went to the Caribbean 2 weeks ago and we stayed there for 16 days.
Yeah, we did. But we also took a break from the gym whilst we were there. But going back into how I started, I think what you were going to say was I used to do cardio machines, and the upper body weight section was behind the treadmill, and that's where we first met, was because our little gym areas were right next to each other.
And then I started seeing around school, but that's
that's a different podcast.
That's a different story.
But yeah, so I stuck to cardio for a while, and then when I met Mav, we started going to the gym together in a group. And to be honest, you did quite. I don't like to admit it, but you did introduce me to weights and lifting. And back then, I had such average physique, like just your normal high school girl physique. And I carried on doing the cardio went on walks every day in COVID. Maverick lives on. Go on.
If you don't know me well, my first name is Maverick Cash Walker. That's my full name, Maverick Cash Walker.
Yeah, and people call him both Mav and Cash.
Yeah, my family call me Cash, my middle name, because that's what I went by in school. But everyone else calls me Maverick because that's just my first name.
Yeah, so if you hear me calling them both, it's the same person. It is this guy right next to me. But yeah, he lives next to this big canal walkway. And I used to go on walks with my siblings every day to try and see if he saw me. But anyway, enough of our relationship. But yeah, during COVID, I stuck to doing long walks, and obviously we couldn't go to the gym because the gyms were shut. And then when they opened back up, that's when Mav started up his influencer thing, I think. No,
it was when I got back from Spain that time. So the person who actually got me doing YouTube, Alex Eubank inspired me to go to the gym, but it was actually my dad, because he just started his YouTube channel called Useless to Useful. We're filming in his garage right now that he made.
Out of pallet wood, yeah.
Out of pallet wood. But yeah, so I bought a camera, and then that's when it all started for YouTube and TikTok, really.
Yeah, so when Cash started his TikTok and everything, I think that was when you came out of the army, so that was like a year after COVID. And I was still going to the gym, but not regularly, like once, twice a week. Like, I just started learning how to lift weights, because obviously lockdown happened as soon as Cash introduced me to weights. But yeah, after lockdown, a year after, got back into the gym. We got into a rhythm of going every single day, and we got really good at being consistent. And I went to the gym every day. We tried to train arms, bicep, back, like all the usuals, once every week, maybe sometimes twice. We didn't do cardio. Cardio got completely cut out. And then you started your bulk. So I started a bulk, and I got quite warm, but I'm trying to tone it down a bit now. But that's my gym journey. Yeah,
we're both kind of trying to live the healthy life at the moment, because
we went through a phase of trying to lift really heavy and hitting PBs, and it was fun. It was
every session, but
it was really fun to go into a session and come out with having to achieve something, and I'm sure we'll still do that. But we're trying to live. We're in our era and phase of going to the gym to support us in the future and support old us.
We've been watching a program on Netflix called
Living to 100. Live to 100, Blue Zones.
It's living to 100. It's about centenarians, which is people who have lived to 100, and
how they did it, how they got there, factors in their life that made them able to live like that, and not even just live to 100, be capable at 100, like not having dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, like diseases.
These people are 100 and they're still, riding around on horses. They can still walk
that guy was 90, but that's still really impressive.
Yeah, at 90, still being fit is what we kind of. I mean, there's two perspectives. One is getting to 90 and still being fit, but living the healthy life. But then there's like bulking up and trying to get as big as possible, which is bodybuilding. And obviously, eating loads of bad food is how you bulk. Well, you don't have to eat bad food.
You can do a clean bulk, but many people, when they bulk, they do just do it for the calories, and they get as many calories in to get the weight on.
I used to just eat as much as I wanted. I didn't care what I was eating, and I was probably having about 4,000 calories a day. Now I'm still trying to bulk a bit just to get a bit bigger, but I'm not eating as much junk food as I was then.
Yeah, we're taking into consideration more like just nutritional values of certain foods, and another reason why we've done this is because on our Caribbean cruise that Mav mentioned, I read a book called The Energy Fix.
Yeah.
And it's really good. I cannot remember who it's by, but I'll have to link it down below. Go on. Marina
Arman, something like that.
We'll link it in the description.
We'll put the text over this bit of what the book actually is called at the moment. You'll see it on your screen.
But yeah, that book was so insightful. It was really good because I do struggle with my fatigue. Last year, I struggled with a burnout, I would say, where I felt completely like drained. You remember it
Yeah,
probably in
yeah.
spring, summertime. Like,
You couldn't get her out of bed.
no, I was just so drained and I couldn't tell why until like I got myself out of it by eating healthier, by moving again. For those who've experienced burnout, it's not a nice feeling. It's just like you can't do anything. You feel like you can't get out of it. But anyway, so I bought the book recently and I read it on the cruise and I said to Cash, "Oh, you've got to read this." And then
I've started reading it as well.
yeah, he's halfway through
Yeah.
and it's very insightful. It teaches you a lot about yourself. He's not read the second half, which is
No.
the best part.
I mean, we've only both just recently started reading books
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah. Yeah, but the book is really good and some advice I could say if you're starting the gym, do what's beneficial to you. Like for us, we've gone through quite a few of the little phases that people go through. We've gone through the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
You've had a running
Like
phase
just-
in lockdown.
Yeah, having pre-workout before every session and just trying to lift mad weight that, the form's off. Sometimes you can only do half a rep and you're failing it. It's... Yeah.
You lost you.
Yeah, lost. Yeah, I do that a lot. I start saying something and then I don't know where I'm going with it.
Lost your words.
But taking pre-workout it's probably not the healthiest, but the amount of energy it gives you to go into that gym session, like it does improve the session. I think.
Yeah, it does. It gives you more energy. It gives you more buzz. You can lift heavier. I'd just say be careful on what, if you are buying pre-workout, be careful on what pre-workout you buy, because some brands might have really bad chemicals in and it might react with you really badly. And if you are to buy a pre-workout, find one that works for you. Like some of them make you itch. BCAAs, I think it is the chemical that they put in.
BCA, yeah, it's yeah. It begins with Z. No, it's called your beta alanine. That's what the beta alanine in the pre-workout is what makes it really itchy.
Yeah, and basically I've taken pre-workout with that in once and it was the worst experience. All of my my smile faded as soon as it kicked in. It just felt like there were like some
ants crawling on your face.
Yeah, on my face,
over your back,
up my back, the bottom of my feet, my palms of my hands. It was just super like irritating, and that might work for some people. It might get them fired up and ready, but
yeah, that works for me because that's the one that I use ABE, which is all black everything pre-workout, and it was a sour apple one. That is the exact one she had, and I think we were filming a YouTube video on the day as well.
Yeah, we were.
So that's probably in my YouTube, which is a different account. It's Maverick Cash. I'll probably link it in the description if you want to hop over there
and check out the video.
Check it out.
But it was just a really bad experience. But then I've moved on to OxyShred, which is what company is it? What company owns OxyShred? Oh my god, Alpha Labs.
Alpha Labs.
It's Alpha Labs pre-workout, and it's prominently what girls use. It's not just a girl brand, but it has been like branded and trending with girls on social media.
Yeah.
And OxyShred, it's meant to speed up your metabolism, but it's also a pre-workout. You can buy it with the caffeine in and without the caffeine in.
Yeah, it does work. I've
And
used
it
it a few
works.
times as well.
Yeah, sometimes you do have to double scoop because it is a lot less of an impact than obviously the
I
one
usually
you use.
double scoop it.
Yeah, but it doesn't itch. It makes me feel good before the workout. It makes me feel more awake and amped for it. But yeah, just be careful with what supplements and obviously what pre's and proteins that you're taking.
You don't want to just be eating and taking everything. You should kind of do research on everything before you buy it and before you consume it.
Don't be one of those people that see something trending and then don't look into it and just buy it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what it's doing for you. And yeah, the gym has a lot of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It has a lot of different parts. You alright?
Yeah, we lit a fire before this and it's already burned out. We forgot to...
Yeah.
It don't
Oops.
matter.
But yeah, as I was saying, the gym has, I can't think of the word. the gym has a lot of aspects to it that you've got to be careful around. Like, obviously, we've just spoke on being careful around supplements and pre-workouts.
And lifting heavy, if you're not doing it with the right form and you're lifting too much, than what you can usually lift, you don't want to pull an injury because that's going to stall your progress and put you out of the gym potentially.
Yeah, and even, cause later life problems and issues. Like, when we first started lifting heavy, Cash was definitely an ego lifter.
Definitely. That's an understatement.
Yeah, he definitely lifted way too heavy, and you'll see it in his videos, but
it's almost embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing because you can still lift the weight, but the only embarrassing thing is it's so dangerous to lift without the proper form, and you will go through that phase of wanting to lift super heavy, but
everyone goes through it. If you're into the gym, you will go through it at some point.
But you just want to make sure that you're lifting like comfortably, and like often for beginners, if you're a beginner to the gym, often a pattern that people often use when lifting is if you can do 8 reps, that's a good weight. And if you don't know what a rep is, it's 8 of the movements. But if you can do 8 of them, it's a good weight.
Yeah, 6 to 8, it's a good weight. If you can do 12, you should up the weight. If you can't do any more than 6 to 8, you should probably stay on that weight until you can reach 12 reps and then move the weight up.
Yeah, so that's how you work around the gym. So let's say I'm starting at the gym, I want to do some shoulder flies, and I'm going to go and start off with the 4 kgs, but I can do 12 reps with that. It's too light, like move up. But it also depends on what your goal is in the gym. If you want to build muscle and get absolutely wham,
then you need to be kind of lifting heavy.
You need to be lifting heavy and doing less reps. But if you're trying to do body conditioning and trying to just keep in a good shape and keeping lean and fit, it's more reps at an average weight, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And don't forget, guys, we are not doctors or scientists or anything.
Or professionals.
professionals.
We go to the gym because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's
a hobby.
Yeah, we've had
it's a lifestyle.
We've had 4 years experience in being gym goers as such, and yeah, take our opinions lightly, but it's definitely advice that we'd give.
Yeah, this is just our advice and our opinions on these things.
And some funny little stories about pre-workout and such.
Yeah.
If you were to give some advice on newbie gym goers, what would you give them?
On newbie gym goers, well, I think when you get into the gym, you kind of, obviously you're probably watching other people on YouTube and social media, and you can't really take advice off me or people on there. You can take advice, but you need to really do what suits you. Like, if I'm lifting a weight, let's say that I'm doing 2 exercises for back and I feel one way more than I feel the other exercise, I would rather stay on the exercise that I feel it more, because I know that's working, because it's hurting and testing my muscles. Whereas with some people, different exercises, they might feel that more.
Yeah, like everyone really is different, and it's what's suited to you. And yeah, I think that's some good advice.
Yeah. There's some.
I've lost my train of thought. Hold up.
Also, another piece of advice is, if you can't lift the weight,
don't
lift it.
Yeah,
try lift it.
That is what I was going to say. So Cash was an ego lifter, and he liked to do deadlifts, and every session for about 2 weeks he'd go into the gym wanting to hit a new PB.
And I didn't have a belt at this point either to kind of support my back either. I was just going in, slapping some weights on and seeing if I could lift it, but to the point where it was hurting my back.
Yeah, and now his back does hurt sometimes, and sometimes he sits down and then his back locks and he can't move.
Sometimes I'll be sitting down or going to tie my shoelaces up, and my back will just click and I'll fall to the floor, and I can't get up for like 5 minutes straight.
It's scary, and that happened because of the gym. And what we're saying to you is just, like, please be careful when you're starting off at the gym. Don't be lifting more than you can, especially if you're like a 14-year-old boy who is brand new to the gym trying to lift what the powerlifter next to you is lifting.
Yeah, brand new kid coming to the gym, newbie, who's been watching Trend Twins and thinks he can lift the same amount of weight.
Yeah, and then bones snap. Like, just don't be that kid. Don't be that person.
Also, don't care what people think about you in the gym, bro.
Yeah.
If you're lifting a weight and there's not much weight on the bar, no one really cares. Everyone's doing their own thing. Don't just try to put more on just to
And if
just to impress people.
yeah, no one's actually looking. Like, no one is looking thinking, damn, they're lifting really little. Like,
No.
who cares? They care about their own workout, not yours. They might be looking around to, like, you know, ego boost themselves to see who's looking at them. But chances are everyone is focusing on themselves. And the people who really are there to better themselves don't care. And they will, like,
'Cause
applaud you behind your back. Like, they'll be like, wow, that kid's really trying.
Because everyone who started gym started off somewhere. You know, people, like, when I first went to the gym, I could only do reps with, you know, 40, 50 kg. And now I can, well, for bench I can rep 100s easily. You know, it's not a challenge for me.
But it's taken years to get to there.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like, you'll see through my YouTube videos, I'm hitting PRs constantly on my YouTube videos on bench. This was about 3 or 4 months ago, because I remember when I could only do 4 reps of 80 kg, and now I can do 16 reps of that. But you can see that throughout the YouTube videos how I'm improving.
Yeah, and I'd definitely say if you're new to the gym can be a very scary place. Like, even if it's a small gym, you're so close to other people, and especially if you have a bit of gym anxiety, like, you often do feel like people are looking at you and people are judging your form and judging this and judging that. And sometimes people are, and I've had a man come up to me before and help me with my incline bench press, and you'll find that most gyms have really, really good environments and people who go.
It's just there's supportive people there. You know, if someone sees you doing something wrong, or they think you could do something better, like you're not doing the form right, they'll help you. They're not just going to let you struggle.
Yeah, and also on that, like, the gym community is actually really good. Especially if you're a real gym goer, you do support the people in the gym community. And like, if you're someone who needs help, go. Like, we train together sometimes, but sometimes we go by ourselves. And there's a thing called a spot where someone makes sure you're lifting it okay. And if you're struggling halfway through the rep, like, they're there to support you. And just don't be scared to go and ask for a spot. And who knows, you might even make friends from it by going up to
99%
people.
of the time, they're going to say yes.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to sit there and say, no, I'm not going to give you a spot.
Yeah, no one's gonna do that. And just, like, if you think you want to push yourself with the weight, but you don't know if you can, just ask for a spot. Like, don't
It's good to push yourself and test your PRs, but just
be
don't.
safe.
Yeah, just be safe and don't, you know, do a ridiculous amount of weight with bad form
Yeah,
that
and
you know you can't lift.
touching back on the topic of gym anxiety, like, we joined a JD gym, and it's a lot bigger than the normal gym we go to. And if you don't know what JD gym is it's by JD Sports, the, like, clothing brand. And basically that gym is a lot bigger than the gym we usually go to, and we went and filmed there once, and I know that Cash got a lot of gym anxiety when we went there.
So, yeah, when we went to JD, I was already filming for about a year, but something about the place and the amount of people that were there.
It was a lot more of a... So the gym we go to, it's like a little community gym, and it's very small, and everyone knows everyone. Like, not everyone's friends with everyone, but, you know, everyone gives that friendly nod to each other when you walk through the door.
It's the same people, same faces every single
Yeah,
time.
so we get comfortable, and no one filmed at the gym before, or they didn't have a wham camera like Cash has. So, like, we're comfortable filming because there's been rules put in place since we've started filming there. And
the amount of times we've been kind of not told off, but kind of told off for filming in the gym at that place is it kind of does demotivate you, but you just got to think.
It's because it's such a small community gym. They want everyone to feel safe and comfortable when they do their workouts, and I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, we got quite a few complaints.
Yeah, we've had complaints of people being in the backgrounds, and we do try our best to try and keep people out of the background or blur the background. But yeah, it does make you feel a bit anxious. Like, it definitely knocks you a little bit, doesn't it, when someone comes up to you. But anyway, the gym we go to, it's very small, very communal, and we know our boundaries there. Whereas at this JD gym, it's massive.
It's massive. There's like 4 times as many people going. It's always heaving. And the thing is, it's
not our gym. Like,
it's not our gym.
It's not our gym, and like, we feel comfortable at the gym in our town.
I think the fact more is that it's in quite a bit of a dodgy area, and you know, you're walking around with a camera.
good gear.
Yeah.
Like, it does make you feel a bit anxious and,
I'm not trying to get jumped
no, that's so
or
true.
robbed or anything.
Yeah, so we did cancel our membership at JD.
Yeah, so we only go to one gym at the moment, but
But yeah, what I was saying was Cash got a bit of not even just because you was scared people were gonna rob you, but like he
Yeah,
was
like-
scared about people judging you filming.
it's not even like people judging you filming. It's like the amount of it's the amount of eyes that are just staring at you when you bring your camera out and start recording. Like
The pressure,
everyone
'cause
just stops to look.
I think everyone when you see someone with a camera, you expect them to be like proper high ego,
Yeah.
confident, really good at what they're doing because they're filming it. But in reality, like it just makes you feel uncomfortable when you're filming.
Yeah, but I guess it kind of might make other people feel uncomfortable as well when they are in the background of the video. But I think kind of people expect you to have loads and loads of followers as well. But you know, you've got to start somewhere. When I first started posting on TikTok and YouTube, I didn't have any followers. You know, everybody starts at zero. It's just the kind of thing you've got to build up and build up. Like on TikTok now, I've got 46k, and on YouTube, I've got 1k. I have been a bit slack with YouTube at this past kind of year, but I am definitely
You've been figuring out what you wanted to do,
Yeah.
and making sure this is what you want to do. But now you're back and you're gonna put 100% into it.
yeah.
But yeah, just I think the whole of that topic was meant to be about was like Cash has experienced it. He's an like a small influencer.
That's a micro influencer. Yeah.
Micro influencer, but he has experienced a sort of gym anxiety. I've definitely felt it before, and especially it's intimidating when there's people with really good fitness levels and you're a beginner. It is scary, but just
everybody
stick it
starts
out.
somewhere.
Yeah, everyone starts somewhere, and
You just can't. You've just got to not care what people think.
yeah, exactly. And if you're ever in the back of someone's video or in the back of someone's camera who is filming their progress or whatever, and you don't want to be in it,
Like, just pose.
pause. No, just be really respectful about it and just be like, hey, do you mind if you get a different angle? I don't really want to be in the background of your shot. And they're not going to be like, oh my God, why have you said that?
Because most people who do record are actually really nice.
Yeah, exactly. And just you want to feel comfortable as well. And if someone's filming you in the background, just ask to not be in it. Like, just go straight to them. I think what we got upset about when we got told off
We didn't even
was
get upset
'cause
about it. We were just like, why don't they come tell us to
yeah,
our face? Like,
they went not behind our back, but they went and told the receptionist that they didn't like the fact we were filming instead of coming up to us and being like, do you mind not?
and it was kind of the
filming.
same people every time.
Yeah,
But
they complain
even though they
multiple
weren't
times.
even though they wasn't in the shot, they'd still go to the desk and say, "Oh,
They're filming
they're
again.
filming." And,
But we know
we're
our
allo-
boundaries.
Yeah, we're allowed to film in there.
Yeah, and now we know our boundaries and who we definitely don't want to accidentally get in the back of the
Yeah.
shot.
Now there's just awkward tension every time I go into the gym and see them there. It's
It is awkward.
like I did go up to them once and say, you know, is it all right if we just record? And they was fine about it.
And they were nice.
Yeah, they are nice people, but
It just makes it awkward.
yeah, it's just awkward.
Yeah, but definitely like just go up to the person filming and be like, I don't want to be in the shot, and I'm sure they'll be fine with you. But also going on, like when you start off in the gym, I'd definitely give the advice of filming and getting progress videos, even on your phone. You don't need a fancy camera, but just like filming for yourself, because I'm sure in 3 years' time, after doing the gym for 3 years, there's gonna be a difference, and there's definitely gonna be.
Well, if you walk into the gym and you expect to see progress the next day, it just doesn't work like that.
No.
It takes weeks, months, even years to.
But if you have the photos to show the evidence of like, I have the difference from when I first started the gym to now. I've got more muscles, my back's more defined, and I've got photos to show it. And it's just a little thing for yourself to be like, wow, I did that. I'm like that. I like Cash's video photos of your back from when you first started the
yes.
gym to now.
Massive improvements.
And
I mean,
go on.
The whole reason why I really started this influencer journey and posting and recording is to look back and see the progress, really. But now I'm kind of getting more and more into it. I've started my own business, my own clothing brand, which is actually called Urban Athletes. This is called Urban Podcast, so it's kind of all based off.
the same brand, the same
brand,
company.
yeah.
But yeah, just rounding the podcast to a close. The just general advice: if you're a newbie in the gym, everyone starts somewhere. We've told you how we started. It's not glamorous. We didn't know everything. I mean, you can get trainers if you're really, really scared. There are like gym coaches that you can have.
Just go with your friend who knows what
yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah, that's how most people start up at the gym. They go with a friend, the friend coaches them, and yeah.
What is your goal?
Oh, yes, goal in the gym. That's a nice way to end it.
I mean, kind of, yeah, goal for the gym and outside the gym. Like, where do you want to be?
I think my goal for the gym is this year is to hit a pull-up. I think 99% of women can do 0 push-ups and only 1%
Pull-ups.
pull-ups and 1% can do 1. I think that's the statistics. But yeah, that's crazy, and I want to be able to do a pull-up. That's my goal.
That is the goal.
And then out of the gym, I'm currently in education in university and just exploring creativity. I'm a creative person, and yeah, and carrying on doing this podcast. Hopefully, one every week on a Monday. So yeah, Cash, your goal.
I mean, my goal in the gym is obviously just to get bigger at the moment, but in a healthy way, not in a unhealthy way. I like being healthy now. Yeah, a year ago it might have been different. I was quite unhealthy, but now I like living the healthy life whilst getting big. And the goal for outside the gym is I just want financial freedom and to inspire people, really. If I can do what I want and what I love doing whilst inspiring people and earning a living off it from anywhere in the world, really, you know, my life's complete. Well, like, me and Jess are actually wanting to move out of England at the moment, outside the UK.
Yeah, and just live a more free life.
Yeah, we're wanting to move to Australia.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Australia. It's absolutely beautiful there. If you live there, I'm so jealous of you. But yeah, we definitely want to move out of England. I feel like Australia, they have such a physical fitness lifestyle. Like, they don't work to live, they live to work, if that makes sense. Wait.
No, it's definitely not
other way around, maybe. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is they have such a freer life and they look at life a lot differently. Yeah. And
they work to live, first. But they... you know, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but they just...
Whatever the saying is, work to live to work.
I think they just live a better lifestyle, really, you know. There's more to do there. It's obviously better weather. If you're living in England at the moment, it's been miserable.
Yeah.
We like the sun.
Yeah, we do like the sun, and the Caribbean definitely gave us a taste for that. But yeah, I think we should round it to a close, maybe.
Round it to a close if you want.
Yeah, I think we should. So that was our little podcast on our journeys and
kind of
how you might start your journey. Yeah. Yeah, we might have rambled on. We might have yapped a little bit. But I've really enjoyed it. Cash, have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I have enjoyed it. And we're going to try get at least one podcast out a week.
If you have any suggestions for what podcasts you might want us to do, definitely like what topics you want to leave for us to do in future podcasts. Like, I know we want to touch on different bases on nutrition, like are eggs healthy for you? Because there's a lot of myths and theories about eggs and just little things.
We definitely take recommendations on
topics
to do.
Yeah, and if you think we could better in any way, just leave some helpful comments down below, and we'll put the links into the book and the Netflix series we were talking about. And thank you for listening.
Yeah, we'll probably see you in the next one, really.
See you next Monday.
Yeah, see you next Monday.
Okay, signing off. Bye.
Peace.
Don't say peace.
All right. Well, yeah. We'll see you next Monday.
Bye.